Yo guys, how you all doing today? It's me, it's Murray75 guys. I'm back for another video, and yeah, we kind of need to talk about it, don't we? So guys, as I said in the intro there, we kind of need to talk about the match that happened yesterday. Now that things have kind of settled down, things have simmered down, I'm in a much better mindset to give people my opinions on the game yesterday. I was going to do this video kind of yesterday after the game, but I was far too wound up to be doing anything like that. So I went away for the whole of last night, and I've gone away and I've tried to soak everything up and just take everything in a lot of ways. I rewatched the match last night just to really give me a better understanding as to really what went wrong. But before I go any further, I just really want to pass on my heartfelt condolences to Hearts for the loss of Maria Zaliukas yesterday, who died at the age of 36 after a short illness. I was listening to obviously watching the game yesterday, and when the news broke, my jaw genuinely hit the floor. 36 is no age to be dying, especially when you're a super fit athlete, the same as what he was. So yeah, my heartfelt condolences to Hearts and Maria Zaliukas' family at this sad time. Right, so going into the game yesterday, let's be honest, we were all confident. I think that is fair to say. We were extremely confident about how we would approach the game. What kind of defensive shape we would have, how we would stand up to Hearts' physicality and everything like that. And if I'm being wholeheartedly honest, I really think we've done that. I think we stood up to Hearts' physical play yesterday. I felt that the game, I'm not going to say the game went without a hitch, really, because obviously we ended up on the losing team. But I felt yesterday I did feel that we played well yesterday, and it was only confirmed when I watched the game back. I did feel that we played really well. I felt that we were up for the game. I actually felt yesterday was actually a really good game of football. It was actually a good advert for Scottish football, to be honest. I did feel that both sides really approached the game in the right way. It was, in the early stages, a good old-fashioned derby. It was blood and thunder, but in a lot of ways there was actually a lot of football played yesterday. Hearts were really narrow in the first half, and they made that change whereby they brought on Peter Harron and Stephen Naismith. That to me is when the game really changed, because when they made that change, obviously Stephen Naismith went into midfield along with Harron, which freed up Ollie Lee in the wide areas. And the first ball that he put in the whole afternoon for a wide area, Hearts went away and scored for it. Now, credit to Hibs in a lot of ways, because we didn't crumble at that point. We went right up there at the end of the park and we equalised. I mean, I've heard so many people kind of give Christian Deutsch a hard time yesterday. I felt he done really well. I felt that the battling he did with the Hearts centre half yesterday was superb. If I'm being really honest, I felt Kevin Nisbet had a really quiet game yesterday. He had a great chance in the first half with a header. Obviously missed the penalty as well. But I mean, he apparently has had a bit of a complicated week as well, if you go by what you read on Twitter and everything like that. So I mean, if that's the case, I'm not going to give him too much a hard time, because I've been there myself. Martin Boyle to me had a quiet game yesterday as well. But I mean, for the most part, Doig I thought played well. Sorry, I always get them mixed up. He played well on the left hand side. I felt Porteous had a good game. Hanlon was really good. Marciano had a quiet game, but I mean, there was nothing he could have done with either goal, so I can't blame him too much for that. I felt Joe Newell was the best player on the pitch yesterday. I thought he was superb, just through the deliveries that he had. He, again, was the shying away for a tackle. Paul McGinn, again, had a really good game. I did feel that Hibs had a penalty right at the end. Christian Deutsch was pulled down to the ground. He had the shirt practically off his back, pulled down to the ground. To me, it was a stonewall penalty. I understand why the referee never gave it, because it was quite a congested penalty area. I do understand why it wasn't given, but it was a stonewall penalty. Where the actual penalties are concerned, I felt both of them were the soft variety. I don't think either penalty was a penalty, to be honest. I felt Joe Newell was... See, I'm going to say this, but at the same time, I really didn't like when Michael Stewart said that I felt Joe Newell was clever yesterday by kind of leaving his leg in and falling over. And the Hearts player done the exact same thing. I was raging about it yesterday, and when I heard Michael Stewart say it was creative play, creative play? Really clever play. Yesterday I called it cheating, which is, you know, what you do when you're up to 90. Whereas obviously looking back on it and thinking back on it, it was clever play by the Hearts boy. I don't know his name. I felt he went down quicker than a tie hooker looking for $1 likes, to be honest, but that's my opinion. As I say, I mean, it was a really bitter pill to swallow yesterday, because I felt we played so well. I really did feel that we played well yesterday, and maybe people will come back at me and say I didn't care what I'm talking about, as was the case on, you know, you go on Facebook and Twitter and everything like that last night, and yeah, everybody was really hurt yesterday, and it's, you know, that's fine. But I think people leading with things like going away and saying that they want the manager sacked and things like that, to me, is just absolutely bonkers. Jack Ross has done a brilliant job at Hibs thus far. He's stabilised us, he's made us more defensively sound, which, you know, has proved that. In this season, we've defensively we've been more sound. We've hardly conceded goals for open play. You know, he is building a team. He identified areas in this transfer window that we needed strengthening. He went out and done that. Ron Gordon has come into the fore. We've gone away and actually buying in players during a global pandemic, you know, separating himself with 6-figure fees and things like that for the likes of Kevin Nisbet. You know, we're building something at Hibs just now. Whether that means that, you know, to be honest, I would rather Hibs built something and have long, sustainable success than it rather just be a flash in the pan. That is my heartfelt opinion on it. And again, people might be different. People might want that flash in the pan. People might just want that instant success. But we're never going to have that at Hibs. You know, I mean, what is a successful season for Hibs? Finishing probably third is good for Hibs, and potentially maybe a cup along the way as well. You know, that is deemed as a successful season. But I mean, as of now, I mean, I still think that we've got all the makings here of a great team. I think it's going to be between us and Aberdeen for third spot. You actually look at the way the table is just now. Us and Aberdeen are 10 points ahead of Kilmarnock just now. 10 points is massive. You know, I know in a lot of ways you can say, aye, but you lose 2 or 3 games, they win 2 or 3 games, and you're right back up. But on the whole, I mean, 10 points is massive. Let's not mess about. You know what I mean? It's a massive lead to have. And as I say, I'm not saying that it's going to be a pretty season. I don't think it is. But at the same time, as I say, I've heard people say that he should be sacked and things like that. What are you expecting? What are you expecting to happen? If you then say every time you lose to Hearts, well, we want to change a manager, we're going to have managers going round and round like a fucking merry-go-round. Do you know what I mean? As I say, I believe Jack Ross is the man for Hibs. I believe that Jack Ross is building a team, a squad, one that has got a lot of longevity in it and a lot of ones that's going to bring sustainable success to Hibs. As I say, Ron Gordon's putting his money where his mouth is, bringing in players, he's parting with money. The problems that we've got now is because of the fact we're going through the global pandemic just now, we can't get back to the stadium. So all these plans that he had in place, they've had to be no mothballed, but they've definitely had to be shelved. It's the way it is. It's the way football is just now. It's not like we're part of, like for example, we're part of the Premiership that's got all the TV money there, because we're having to live within our means just now. I think, to my knowledge, the players are still on wage cuts just now. which at the end of the day, it has to be so. It is the way that it is. I mean, the sooner we're back in the stadium, the sooner at the end of the day we can actually start, hopefully putting money back into the club through the match day income, and obviously we start getting that support. I'm being honest, I said to a colleague in my work the other day, I actually felt playing yesterday without a crowd would benefit us. And I think in a lot of ways I was right, because I just didn't see that nervousness with Hibs. That nervousness that comes with a derby as well. To me, there wasn't that nervousness there yesterday. Unfortunately, I said this on Facebook yesterday as well, it was a tale of two penalties. It was a tale of two penalties. We missed ours, they scored theirs. There's no ifs or buts about it. That is the way of it. Hearts took their chances, we never. Were they better than us? No. Were they more clinical than us? Yes. That is the way of it. It's not, you know, you go into this whole, we can talk about this whole thing about the mentality around about the derby and things like that. At the end of the day, Hibs have never been a team whereby we can do the nitty gritty. We know this. It's the way that it is. I'm not saying we haven't got the mentality for big matches, because we have. And we've shown that in the past, that we have got the mentality for big matches. The problem is, we haven't got the nitty gritty. We haven't got that in us. But then that is because, again, people going away and saying they want performances before results. And when I say that, unfortunately, that is a lot of the guys for the older generation, guys who witnessed the famous five, who witnessed Turnbull's Tornadoes, who were all about attacking football. And listen, attacking football is great when it works. But at the same time, you've got to do the nitty gritty. You've got to do the hard stuff. That is where we falter. We can't do it. Hearts can. Hearts can do the nitty gritty. Hearts can grind out a result. They've done it yesterday. It's the way that it is. Is it going to make me any less proud to be a Hibby? You fucking, no danger. Is it going to make me any less proud to be a Hibby? Honestly, I'm a proud Hibby at the end of the day. Am I proud of them for yesterday? No, because obviously we got beat. But at the same time, I'll always support them, no matter what. That will always be the case. Everybody who knows me knows that that's just what I do. As I've already said time and time again, anybody who knows this channel as well, I don't like ladling managers. I don't like ladling players. I don't see the benefit of it. I don't see the happy outcome. A supporter's job is to support. And that's what we need to do just now. We have got all the makings in that squad to really go away and have a successful season. Yes, we lost the semi-final of last season's competition. We've lost derbies before. We've came back. We'll do the same again. Right. Okay. Now, one more thing before I go. I'm not going to talk about the football anymore. I've talked about the football for long enough. One thing that I do want to show, I'll show this at the end of the video, because it's a picture floating about on social media. Now, whether or not this photo has been deleted, which I certainly hope that it has, is a completely different box of frogs. But it's a photo that I'm going to talk about, because I seen this yesterday and it absolutely made me sick to my stomach yesterday. These two absolute wee tossers dancing on a table with a caption, "Dancing on Zaliukas' grave." Now, I'm telling you something here and now, for a Hibby here, and I'm hoping at the end of the day you are listening to this video, because I think at the end of the day, the backlash you are receiving on social media now is nothing compared to what I'm going to give you. The people who done that photo are absolute scum. Absolute scum. And I'm telling you something here and now, they are not Hibs supporters, they are not football fans, they are scum. I don't care who you are at the end of the day, whether you play for Hibs, Hearts, Rangers, Celtic, fucking Timbuktu, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, you're still a person. For anybody to die and have somebody fucking mock them is disgusting. It is not within the spirit of the game, it is not within the morals of the game. How these two fucking silly lasses, and me at the end of the day, that what I've seen on social media, is absolutely disgusting. And you are not football fans. You should be taken off of social media and you should hang your heads in fucking shame for what yous have done. is fucking terrible. And I'm telling you something here and now, if I ever see you at Easter Road, you'll be getting a fucking earful from me. Now, whether at the end of the day you'll fucking probably laugh at that, I didn't give two shits. And by the way, I am sorry for swearing, but it's not the point. I couldn't begin to, because all that does is tar every Hibs supporter with the same stick. And it's wrong. I cannot abide by that. I cannot condone that. No danger. So these two wee absolute fucking arseholes at the end of the day, you've had your 15 minutes. Take yourselves off social media, and in the words of probably every single Hibs supporter on the planet, take yourselves to fuck. Unbelievable, honestly. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave the video there. It is my usual ramblings, it is my usual fucking argumentative state. You know what I'm like by this point just now. If you've liked the video, please by all means give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe to the channel Money Minute 75. Click the bell icon beside the subscribe button, that will let you know when I upload. With that being said guys, take care, see you later.